My child, stop, just for a moment. Stop scrolling, stop thinking about what comes next, stop rehearsing what happened earlier. I need you to hear me, not with your ears, with the deepest part of you, the part that has been crying out in the quiet, the part you have been silencing because you are afraid of what you might hear. Tonight is different. Do you feel it? There is something in the air, something pressing, something urgent, not loud, not frightening, but heavy, like the moment before a storm breaks, like the stillness before dawn, like the breath you hold right before everything changes. You do not know why you are here. You think it is coincidence. You think it is habit. You think you were just passing time, but I have been arranging this moment for longer than you know. I have been pulling threads, closing other doors, guiding your eyes to this screen, because I have something to say that cannot wait until tomorrow. Not because tomorrow is too late, but because tonight, right now, something in you is teetering. Something is about to break, or about to heal, and I need you to choose. I have watched you. Do you know that? I have watched you carry weight that was never meant for your shoulders. I have watched you smile when inside you were crumbling. I have watched you pretend that everything is fine when nothing feels fine. I have watched you lie to yourself, to others, to me, not because you are deceitful, but because you are exhausted. Exhausted of explaining, exhausted of hoping, exhausted of praying and feeling like no one is listening. You have whispered in the dark. You have cried into your pillow. You have screamed inside your own mind. Where are you? Why aren't you answering? Why does everyone else seem to have light while I am stumbling in shadows? I know. I know every question, every accusation you have aimed at me, every doubt you have buried, every moment you wanted to walk away but stayed because you did not know where else to go. I am not angry. Do you hear me? I am not angry at your doubt. I am not offended by your frustration. I am not surprised by your weakness. I am not disappointed by your failures. You think I am. You think I sit on a throne of judgment, waiting for you to slip so I can finally say, I told you so. But that is not who I am. That has never been who I am. You have been told lies about me, about yourself, about what this life is supposed to look like. And you have believed those lies, not because you are stupid, but because the lies came wrapped in voices that sounded like truth, voices of people who meant well but did not know me, voices of religion that replaced relationship with rules, voices of the enemy who whispers just loud enough to be heard but not loud enough to be recognized. Tonight I am cutting through the noise. Tonight I am pulling back the curtain. Tonight I am speaking directly to you, not to the crowd, not to the masses, to you, the one who feels unseen, the one who feels forgotten, the one who feels like everyone else received a blessing and you received a battle. You are not forgotten. You are not a mistake. You are not a footnote in someone else's story. You are the center of my attention right now. Every angel in heaven is watching this moment. Every demon in the darkness is trying to distract you. Because something is about to shift. Something is about to break open. And the enemy knows it. That is why your mind is racing. That is why your phone is buzzing. That is why 1,000 small things are pulling at your attention. Do you not see? The urgency you feel is not anxiety. It is warfare. It is the enemy trying to pull you away before I can finish what I have started. Stay. Stay here. Stay with me. Just a little longer. I know you are tired. I know your soul is weary. I know you have been fighting battles no one else can see, and I know part of you wants to give up. Not dramatically, not with a declaration, just quietly, just slipping away from hope like water through cracked fingers. But my child, do you understand? The moment you feel like giving up is the moment grace is closest. The moment you feel most alone is the moment I am holding you most tightly. The moment you think nothing is changing is the moment everything is shifting beneath the surface. You cannot see it. Of course you cannot. If you could see it, it would not require faith. But I am asking you, begging you, do not let go. Do not let go of hope. Do not let go of trust. Do not let go of my hand, even if you cannot feel it. There is something you do not realize, something hidden, something the enemy has worked very hard to keep you from seeing. Your weariness is not a weakness. It is a sign that you have been fighting, a sign that you have been carrying, a sign that you have been holding on long past when anyone else would have surrendered. And I see it. I see the battles no one applauds. I see the tears no one hears but me. Every single one. I have gathered them. Every tear is in a bottle. Every sigh is recorded. Every silent scream has been heard. You think your prayers have bounced off the ceiling, but they have pierced the heavens. You think I have been silent, but I have been speaking. You have just been too exhausted to hear. That is not an accusation. It is an invitation to stop striving. Stop trying to force the door open. Stop trying to make things happen in your own strength. You were never meant to carry this alone. You were never meant to be strong enough. I am your strength. I am your wisdom. I am your way. But you have to stop pretending you do not need me. You have to stop acting like asking for help is weakness. You have to stop trying to be God in your own life. Do you remember Elijah, my prophet, the one who called fire down from heaven, the one who defeated 450 prophets of Baal in a single day, the one who saw miracle after miracle? Do you remember what happened next? One threat from a woman named Jezebel. And he ran. He ran into the wilderness. He sat under a broom tree, and he asked to die. He said, "I have had enough, Lord. Take my life." Do you know why I tell you that story? Not to shame him, not to expose his weakness, but to show you that even the strongest warriors break, even the most faithful servants get tired. Even those who have seen my glory with their own eyes can lose sight of it. And what did I do when Elijah collapsed? Did I rebuke him? Did I say, "Get up, you coward. You just saw a miracle. What is wrong with you?" No, I let him sleep. I sent an angel to bake bread for him. I gave him water. I let him rest. And then I fed him again. And only after he had been restored did I speak, and even then I did not speak in the wind, not in the earthquake, not in the fire. I spoke in a gentle whisper. Do you see, my child? Do you understand what I am showing you? I do not need you to be strong. I need you to stay. Just stay long enough to be restored. Stay long enough to hear the whisper. Stay long enough to eat the bread I have prepared for you. You think leaving is the answer. You think if you could just walk away from this situation, this relationship, this job, this church, this city, this life, everything would be better. But I tell you the truth, many times what you are running from is not the problem. The problem is the exhaustion inside you, and that exhaustion will follow you wherever you go, unless you let me heal it, unless you let me touch the deepest places of your weariness. You do not need a new situation. You need new strength. You do not need a different path. You need different eyes. Eyes that can see me working even when nothing seems to be changing. There is a secret the mature ones know, a secret the world cannot understand. Staying is not weakness. Staying is not passivity. Staying is not giving up. Staying is the most powerful thing you can do when everything in you wants to run. Because staying says, I trust that God is working even when I cannot see. Staying says, I believe that this season has a purpose even though it hurts. Staying says, I will not let my feelings dictate my future. The young run. The immature quit. The shallow look for the nearest exit when things get uncomfortable. But the mature stay. They stay because they know that character is built in the staying. Faith is forged in the staying. Breakthrough comes in the staying. Do you think Joseph wanted to stay in the pit? Do you think he wanted to stay in Potiphar's house as a slave? Do you think he wanted to stay in the prison cell for years for a crime he did not commit? No. Every fiber of his being wanted to escape, wanted to fight, wanted to cry out for justice. But he stayed, not because he enjoyed the suffering, but because he trusted that I was with him in the suffering. And because he stayed, I could promote him. Because he stayed, I could position him. Because he stayed, I could use him to save nations. If Joseph had left 1 year early, 1 month early, even 1 day early, the timing would have been broken. The door would have been shut. The blessing would have been delayed. The enemy wants you to leave before the timing is right. That is his greatest strategy. Not to destroy you, but to get you to disqualify yourself, to get you to walk away right before the breakthrough, right before the healing, right before the provision, right before the restoration. He knows that if you stay, you will see. So he attacks your mind, he attacks your emotions, he attacks your body. He sends people to discourage you. He sends circumstances to overwhelm you. He sends doubt to paralyze you. All so you will do one thing: leave, quit, give up, walk away. My child, do you not see? The battle is not against your situation. The battle is against your willingness to stay. And the enemy is winning in so many lives, not because he is stronger, but because he has convinced you that staying is pointless, that nothing will change, that I have forgotten you, that I am not listening, that I am not able, that I am not willing. All lies. Every single one is a lie. I have not forgotten you. I have not turned away. I have not run out of power. I have not changed my mind about you. I am still working. I am still moving. I am still fighting for you, even now, even while you are reading these words, even while you are wrestling with doubt. I am doing something you cannot see, something that will make sense when you look back, something that will cause you to worship. But you have to stay. You have to stay long enough to see it. You have to stay long enough to receive it. You have to stay long enough for the restoration to be complete. Do you know what restoration means? It means not just fixing what is broken, but making it better than it was before. I do not just want to heal your marriage. I want to make it a testimony. I do not just want to give you a job. I want to give you a platform. I do not just want to restore your health. I want to give you strength you have never had. I do not just want to forgive your sins. I want to give you a new identity. But you have to stay. You have to stay through the awkward silence. You have to stay through the unanswered questions. You have to stay through the nights when nothing makes sense. Because the staying is not about the situation. The staying is about your heart. I am not trying to change your circumstances. I am trying to change you. And once you are changed, the circumstances will have to line up. Once you are steady, the storm will have to calm. Once you are rooted, the wind will not be able to move you. That is what I am doing. I am rooting you. I am grounding you. I am establishing you in something that cannot be shaken. But roots do not grow in a day. Roots grow in the staying, in the unseen, in the hidden, in the dark soil where no one applauds. You want to be strong? Stay. You want to experience my power? Stay. Not in stubbornness, not in control. Stay in trust. Stay in surrender. Stay in rest. There is a kind of staying that is fear, holding on because you are terrified of what will happen if you let go. That is not what I am asking. I am asking you to stay while releasing, to stay while trusting, to stay while resting in me. It is the difference between gripping the wheel so tightly your knuckles turn white and placing your hands gently on the wheel while I drive. Both are staying. But one is exhausting, and the other is peace. You have been living in the exhausting kind of staying, fighting to keep everything together, fighting to control outcomes, fighting to manage people's opinions, fighting to appear okay when you are falling apart. No wonder you are tired. No wonder you want to give up. You have been doing my job. You have been trying to be me, and that will always leave you empty. I am God. You are not, and that is good news. That means you do not have to hold the universe together. You do not have to fix every problem. You do not have to carry every burden. You just have to stay. Stay connected to me. Stay trusting in me. Stay resting in me, and I will do what only I can do. There is a story you have not noticed, a story hidden in the words of Scripture, when the people of Israel stood at the edge of the Red Sea, with Pharaoh's army behind them, mountains on either side, and the vast sea in front of them. They panicked. They cried out. They said to Moses, "Was it because there were no graves in Egypt that you brought us to the desert to die?" Fear, accusation, despair, everything you feel right now. And do you remember what Moses said? He said, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. You need only to be still. Not fight, not strategize, not panic, not run. Be still, stay, and watch." That is what I am saying to you tonight. Be still. Stay. Watch, I will fight for you. I will part the sea. I will drown the enemy. I will make a way where there is no way. But you have to stop running. You have to stop striving. You have to stop trying to save yourself. You have to stay. Stay in the middle of the impossible. Stay when the enemy is closing in. Stay when the path seems blocked. Because I am about to do something that will make your heart sing. Something that will make you shout. Something that will make you dance. But you will miss it if you leave. You will miss it if you give up now. You will miss it if you let exhaustion win. Do you hear me? Do you understand how close you are? The darkest hour is just before dawn. The deepest pain is just before the healing. The greatest confusion is just before the clarity. You are closer than you think, closer than you feel, closer than you can see. Stay. Stay one more day. Stay one more hour. Stay one more moment. Because in that moment, everything can change. I know you are tired of hearing, "Just hold on." I know those words feel empty when you have been holding on for years. I know your arms are weak, your knees are buckling, your heart is heavy. But I am not asking you to hold on in your own strength. I am asking you to let me hold you. There is a difference. Holding on means you are doing the work. Letting me hold you means you collapse into my arms. And I carry you. That is what I want. I want you to stop pretending you are strong. I want you to stop hiding your weakness. I want you to fall apart if you need to, but fall apart in my presence, not away from me. So many of you run when you are breaking. You hide. You isolate. You turn to distractions. You numb the pain. But I am right here, waiting, with arms wide open, ready to catch you, ready to hold you, ready to carry you. You do not have to be put together. You do not have to have the right words. You do not have to fake faith. Just come. Come weary. Come wounded. Come worn out. Come doubting. Come angry if you need to. I can handle your anger. I can handle your questions. I can handle your tears. What I cannot handle is you pulling away. Not because I am weak, but because I love you too much to watch you drift. I have been pursuing you. Do you know that? Every good thing in your life, every moment of peace, every whisper of hope, every friend who showed up at the right time, every song that made you cry, every sermon that spoke directly to your situation, that was me, pursuing you, trying to get your attention, trying to remind you that I am here, that I have not left, that I am still fighting for you. But you have been so consumed with the battle, so focused on the problem, so overwhelmed by the pain, that you have missed my voice, you have missed my touch, you have missed my presence. Tonight, I am breaking through. Tonight, I am pushing past the noise. Tonight, I am speaking loud enough for your weary heart to hear. I love you. I have always loved you. I will always love you. Nothing you have done has changed that. Nothing you will do can change that. My love is not based on your performance. My love is based on my character. And I am love. I cannot stop loving you any more than the sun can stop shining. But you have to receive it. You have to stop pushing it away. You have to stop believing that you are unworthy. Because you are right. You are unworthy. So am I. So is everyone. That is the point of grace. Grace is not getting what you deserve. Grace is getting what you do not deserve. My love, my forgiveness, my presence, my power. All of it is grace. And grace cannot be earned. It can only be received. So receive it tonight. Stop trying to clean yourself up before you come to me. Come dirty, come broken, come ashamed. I will clean you. I will heal you. I will restore you. That is my job. Your job is to come. Your job is to stay. There is a lie you have believed. A dangerous lie. You think that if you are not feeling me, I am not there. You think that if your emotions are dry, I am distant. You think that if you cannot sense my presence, I have abandoned you. But that is not how faith works. Faith is not about feelings. Faith is about choosing to believe what I have said, regardless of how you feel. I have said I will never leave you. I have said nothing can separate you from my love. Those are not suggestions. Those are promises. And promises are true even when feelings lie. You cannot trust your heart. Your heart is fickle. Your heart changes with the weather. Your heart can be deceived. But my word is eternal. My word is unchanging. My word is truth. So when you feel nothing, choose to believe my word. When you feel alone, declare my promise. When you feel forgotten, speak my truth out loud. I am with you. I love you. I am for you. I am working all things for your good. Say it. Even if you do not feel it, say it. Because your mouth can lead your heart. Your confession can shape your reality. What you speak, you will eventually believe. So stop speaking defeat. Stop speaking despair. Stop speaking doubt. Start speaking what I have said about you. You are loved. You are chosen. You are forgiven. You are empowered. You are more than a conqueror. You are the head and not the tail. You are above and not beneath. You are blessed coming in and blessed going out. These are not empty affirmations. These are spiritual realities. These are your inheritance. But you have to fight for them. You have to fight to believe them. You have to fight to speak them. And yes, it is a fight. The enemy will push back. He will try to silence you. He will try to make you feel foolish. He will try to remind you of your failures. But do not let him. Open your mouth. Speak my word. And watch what happens. Something shifts when you speak truth. Something breaks when you declare faith. Something falls when you praise in the middle of the pain. I am not asking you to pretend. I am asking you to fight for your joy, to fight for your peace, to fight for your hope, because the enemy wants to steal all of it. And he will, if you let him. Do not let him. Stand up, stand firm, stand on my word, and stay. Stay in the battle, stay in the fight, stay in faith, because victory is coming. Victory is certain. Victory is already yours. You just have to stay long enough to possess it. There are things I want to give you, things I have been preparing, things that will make your past pain make sense, things that will redeem every tear, things that will restore every loss, but you have to be in position to receive them. And position is staying. Position is not running. Position is trusting, even when you cannot see. Do you remember David? Before he was king, when Samuel came to anoint him, his own father did not even bring him in from the fields. He was overlooked, forgotten, left outside. But I saw him. I saw the shepherd boy with a shepherd's heart. I saw the one no one else noticed. And I chose him, not because he was the strongest, not because he was the tallest, not because he was the most qualified, but because his heart was after me. And then, after he was anointed, he did not become king the next day. He went back to the fields, he went back to the sheep, he went back to obscurity, and then he faced Goliath. And then he ran from Saul, and then he lived in caves, and then he waited, and waited, and waited, years, decades. From anointing to throne was not a moment. It was a journey through the wilderness, through betrayal, through fear, through exhaustion. But David stayed. He stayed faithful in the small things. He stayed worshipping in the caves. He stayed trusting even when Saul was trying to kill him. And because he stayed, I could establish his throne forever. My child, you want the throne, but you do not want the cave. You want the crown. But you do not want the waiting. You want the victory, but you do not want the battle. That is not how it works. The cave prepares you for the throne. The waiting prepares you for the crown. The battle prepares you for the victory. Do not despise the process. Do not run from the pressure. Do not try to skip the suffering. I am using all of it. Every sleepless night, every unanswered prayer, every closed door, every broken heart. I am using it to shape you, to mold you, to prepare you for what is coming. And what is coming is greater than what is behind. What is coming is worth every tear. What is coming will make you forget the pain. But you have to stay. Stay in the process. Stay in the waiting. Because on the other side of the waiting is the promise. I have made you promises. Promises you have almost given up on. Promises you have started to doubt. Promises you have wondered if I forgot. I have not forgotten. I have not changed my mind. I have not run out of power. I am working. I am moving. I am arranging. And when the time is right, Not your time, not the enemy's time, but my perfect time. I will bring every promise to pass, and you will look back and say, God was faithful. God was on time. God knew what he was doing. But you have to stay. Stay until the promise comes. Stay until the breakthrough manifests. Stay until the restoration is complete. Stay. I know it is hard. I know you are tired. I know you want to quit. But stay. Stay for me. Stay for your family. Stay for the generations coming after you. Because your staying is not just about you. Your staying is about your children, your grandchildren, the people you will never meet who will be impacted by your faithfulness. You do not realize the ripple effect of your staying. When you stay, you break curses. When you stay, you establish blessing. When you stay, you change the spiritual atmosphere over your household. When you stay, you give permission for others to stay. Your staying is a weapon against the kingdom of darkness, a weapon that destroys the enemy's plans, a weapon that releases heaven's power. Do not underestimate the power of your staying. Do not think it is small. Do not think it is insignificant. The enemy wants you to think your staying does not matter, that your faithfulness is pointless, that your prayers are hitting the ceiling, that your worship is wasted. All lies. Every prayer you pray matters. Every tear you cry matters. Every moment you choose to stay matters. I see it. I record it. I reward it. Nothing is wasted in my kingdom. Nothing. So stay. Stay even when you want to run. Stay even when the pain is overwhelming. Stay even when everyone else leaves. Stay even when you feel nothing. Stay, because I am with you. I am for you. I am in you. And I will never leave you. Never. Not for a moment. Not for a second. Not in the darkest night. Not in the deepest pit. Not in the fiercest storm. I am there. And I am working. And I am fighting. And I am loving you. Right now, in this moment, as you read these words, I am closer than your breath. I am warmer than the tears on your cheeks. I am stronger than the despair in your heart. Do you feel it? That slight shift, that tiny crack in the wall, that small breath of hope, that is me. Pushing through, breaking in, refusing to let you go. I will never let you go. You can push me away. You can doubt me. You can be angry at me. But I will not let you go. I will pursue you to the ends of the earth. I will chase you into the deepest darkness. I will follow you into the valley of the shadow of death, because you are mine, and I do not lose what is mine. So tonight, right now, I am asking you to stop running. Stop hiding. Stop pretending. Stop striving. Stop trying to be strong. Just be still, be quiet, be honest. Tell me what you are feeling. Tell me what you are afraid of. Tell me what you are angry about. Tell me what you want. I can take it. I am not fragile. I am not offended. I am not surprised. I am your Father, and I want to hear from you. Not religious words, not polished prayers, not the right Christian phrases. Just you, the real you, the messy you, the broken you, the exhausted you. Come to me, all of you, and I will give you rest. Not escape, not avoidance, not numbness, but real rest. Deep rest. Rest for your soul. Rest for your mind. Rest for your body. Rest for your emotions. Rest that the world cannot give and the world cannot take away. That is what I am offering you tonight. Not answers to all your questions, not explanations for all your pain, but rest. And in that rest you will find the strength to stay. In that rest you will find the courage to hope. In that rest you will find the faith to believe. So come. Come now. Do not wait until you are better. Do not wait until you have figured things out. Do not wait until the storm passes. Come in the middle of the storm. Come with your doubts. Come with your fears. Come with your failures. Come. I am waiting. I have always been waiting, and I will never stop waiting, because you are worth waiting for. You are worth pursuing. You are worth loving. And I love you more than you can imagine, more than you can comprehend, more than you will ever fully understand this side of eternity. But I am showing you tonight, in this moment, through these words, I love you. Stay. Stay in my love. Stay in my presence. Stay in my word. Stay in my peace. Stay. And watch what I do. Watch how I move. Watch how I work. Watch how I turn everything around. Watch how I make a way. Watch how I heal. Watch how I restore. Watch how I redeem. Watch and stay. Stay, my beloved child. Stay, stay. I know that word feels small. Too small for the weight you are carrying. Too small for the battle you are fighting. Too small for the exhaustion that has wrapped itself around your bones like chains. But stay is not small. Stay is everything. Stay is the difference between victory and defeat, between breakthrough and breakdown, between destiny and destruction. Stay is the most powerful word I can give you tonight, because in the staying, everything changes, not because you change, but because I do. I move in the staying. I work in the waiting. I fight in the stillness. When you stay, you give me room to move. When you run, you take matters into your own hands. And your hands are tired. Your hands are weak. Your hands have been gripping so tightly for so long that they have forgotten how to open. Open them now, right now, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. Open your hands, physically, literally. Open your palms, face them upward, and let go. Let go of the control you never really had. Let go of the plan you have been forcing. Let go of the outcome you have been demanding. Let go of the relationship you have been strangling. Let go of the dream you have been idolizing. Let go of the hurt you have been nursing. Let go of the offense you have been protecting. Let go of the fear you have been feeding. Open your hands and let me take it all, not because I am going to destroy what you love, but because I am going to save what you are destroying by holding too tightly. You have been squeezing the life out of things I want to bless, because you are afraid that if you let go, you will lose everything. But the truth, my child, is that if you do not let go, you will lose everything anyway. You will lose your peace. You will lose your joy. You will lose your health. You will lose your relationships. You will lose your mind. Because holding on to what was never yours to hold will crush you. And I do not want you crushed. I want you free. Free to receive. Free to trust. Free to rest. Free to stay. There is a kind of staying that is not passive. It is not weak. It is not resignation. It is the most active, most powerful, most aggressive thing you can do. Because staying says, I refuse to let my circumstances dictate my destiny. Staying says, I refuse to let my emotions determine my direction. Staying says, I refuse to let the enemy steal what God has promised. Staying is a declaration of war, a declaration that you will not retreat. You will not surrender. You will not give up. You will stand. And when you have done everything to stand, you will stand some more. That is what my word says. Stand therefore, not sit, not run, not hide, stand. And after you have done everything to stand, stand. Keep standing, stay standing, even when your legs shake, even when your back aches, even when your heart breaks. Stand. Stay. I know you feel like you cannot stand anymore. I know you feel like you are about to collapse. I know you feel like one more blow will destroy you. But you are still here. You are still breathing. You are still reading these words. That means you are still standing. You have not fallen. You have not been destroyed. You have not been overcome. You are still here. And that is not because you are strong. That is because I am holding you up. I am the one keeping you on your feet. I am the one giving you breath. I am the one sustaining you, even when you do not feel me, even when you doubt me, even when you ignore me. I am still holding you. I have not let go. And I will not let go, because I am not like you. I do not get tired. I do not get frustrated. I do not get overwhelmed. I do not give up. I am faithful. Even when you are faithless, I remain faithful, because I cannot deny myself, and I have given myself to you. You are mine, and I am yours. That covenant is unbreakable. That bond is inseparable. That love is eternal. So even when everything in you wants to run, I am holding you in place. Even when your heart is screaming for escape, I am anchoring you in peace. Even when your mind is spiraling with fear, I am whispering truth. You can do this not because you are able, but because I am able through you. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Do you know what that means? It means when you are weakest, I am strongest. It means when you have nothing left, I have everything. It means when you cannot, I can. So stop trying to be strong. Stop pretending you have it together. Stop acting like you are okay. You are not okay. And that is okay. Because I did not come for the okay. I came for the broken, the weary, the wounded, the lost, the ones who have tried everything and failed, the ones who have nothing left to give, the ones who are hanging on by a thread. That is you. That is exactly you. And that is exactly who I am looking for. Because when you have nothing, you have room for everything I want to give. When you are empty, I can fill you. When you are broken, I can heal you. When you are weak, I can strengthen you. But when you are full of yourself, your plans, your strength, your wisdom, there is no room for me. That is why I let you hit bottom. That is why I allowed the collapse. That is why I let everything fall apart. Because you would not let go. So I had to pry your fingers open, not to hurt you, but to save you. You thought you were losing everything. But you were losing only what was already killing you. You thought I was taking from you. But I was taking the chains. You thought I was abandoning you, but I was positioning you for the greatest breakthrough of your life. You cannot see it yet. You are still in the rubble, still in the wreckage, still in the pain. But I am already rebuilding. I am already restoring. I am already redeeming. And when I am finished, you will not recognize your own life because it will be better than anything you could have built yourself. That is what I do. I take ruins and make them radiant. I take ashes and make them beautiful. I take mourning and turn it into dancing. I take weeping and turn it into joy. But you have to stay. Stay in the rubble long enough for me to rebuild. Stay in the ashes long enough for me to create beauty. Stay in the mourning long enough for the dancing to begin. Stay. Do not run to the next thing. Do not distract yourself with busyness. Do not numb yourself with entertainment. Do not fill the silence with noise. Stay in the discomfort. Stay in the unknown. Stay in the waiting. Because that is where the miracle happens. That is where I do my best work. In the quiet, in the dark, in the hidden, in the unseen. That is where roots grow deep. That is where faith becomes real. That is where character is forged. Do you want to be shallow? Run from the hard things. Do you want to be weak? Avoid the difficult seasons. Do you want to be immature? Quit when it gets uncomfortable. But if you want to be deep, if you want to be strong, if you want to be mature, stay. Stay in the fire until the dross is burned away. Stay in the pressure until the diamond is formed. Stay in the storm until you learn to walk on water. Stay. I know you are looking for a way out. I know you are scanning the horizon for an escape. I know you are praying for the storm to stop. But what if I am not trying to stop the storm? What if I am trying to change you in the storm? What if the storm is the very thing that will make you who you need to be? What if the thing you are running from is the thing that will set you free? The Apostle Paul had a thorn in his flesh. He begged me to remove it. 3 times he asked, and 3 times I said no. Not because I was cruel, but because I knew. I knew that the thorn was keeping him humble. I knew that the thorn was keeping him dependent. I knew that the thorn was the very thing that allowed my power to rest on him. So I said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Do you hear that? My power is made perfect in your weakness, not in your strength, not in your ability, not in your effort, in your weakness. So your weakness is not a problem to be solved. Your weakness is an opportunity for my power to be displayed. Stop trying to hide your weakness. Stop trying to overcome your weakness in your own strength. Stop being ashamed of your weakness. Boast in your weakness. Because when you are weak, then you are strong. Not strong in yourself, strong in me. That is the paradox of the kingdom. The first shall be last. The last shall be first. To live, you must die. To be strong, you must be weak. To be exalted, you must humble yourself. To find your life, you must lose it. Everything is upside down in my kingdom. Everything is backwards. Everything is opposite of what the world teaches. The world says, be strong. I say, be weak. and I will be your strength. The world says, fight for your rights. I say, die to yourself, and I will fight for you. The world says, get revenge. I say, forgive, and I will vindicate you. The world says, look out for number one. I say, look out for others, and I will look out for you. The world says, store up treasure on earth. I say, store up treasure in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy. You have been living by the world's rules, and you are exhausted, because the world's rules are designed to exhaust you, to keep you striving, to keep you competing, to keep you never enough. But I am offering you a different way, a better way. My way, the way of rest, the way of trust, the way of surrender, the way of staying. Do you want to know the secret to peace? It is not getting everything you want. It is wanting everything I give. It is not controlling your circumstances. It is trusting me in your circumstances. It is not understanding everything. It is trusting the one who understands everything. You have been trying to figure it all out, trying to make sense of the senseless, trying to find logic in the pain, trying to understand why. Why this? Why now? Why me? And you cannot, because you are not supposed to. Some things are beyond your understanding. Some things are beyond your comprehension. Some things are beyond your ability to process. And that is okay. You do not need to understand. You need to trust. You do not need to see the whole picture. You need to trust the one who holds the whole picture. You do not need to know the ending. You need to trust the one who wrote the ending. That is faith. Faith is not understanding. Faith is trusting when you do not understand. Faith is staying when you want to run. Faith is believing when you cannot see. Faith is hoping when everything feels hopeless. And faith, my child, is what I am asking from you tonight. Not certainty, not control, not clarity, just faith. Small faith, weak faith, trembling faith, faith the size of a mustard seed. That is all it takes. That is all I need. Because I can work with that. I can move mountains with that. I can part seas with that. I can heal marriages with that. I can restore families with that. I can break addictions with that. I can free captives with that. Just a little faith. Not perfect faith. Not strong faith. Not consistent faith. Faith that says, I do not understand, but I trust you. Faith that says, I am afraid, but I will follow you. Faith that says, I am tired, but I will stay with you. That is enough. That is always enough, because the power is not in your faith. The power is in the object of your faith, and the object of your faith is me. And I am all-powerful, I am all-knowing. I am everywhere present. I am able to do immeasurably more than all you can ask or imagine. So your weak faith is connected to an unlimited source of power, like a tiny wire connected to a nuclear reactor. The wire is small, but the power flowing through it is not. Your faith is the wire. I am the power. Do not worry about the size of the wire. Worry about staying connected, because if you stay connected, the power will flow, not because of you, because of me. And I never run out of power. I never have a weak moment. I never get tired. I never get overwhelmed. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the source of all things. And I am with you, right now, in this moment, flowing through this tiny wire of your weak faith. And that is enough. That is more than enough. That is everything. Do you believe that? Do you really believe that? Or do you believe that your faith has to be strong enough, that you have to pray hard enough, that you have to give enough, that you have to be good enough? You do not. You cannot. And you never will. That is why I came. That is why I died. That is why I rose. To do for you what you could not do for yourself. To pay the debt you could not pay. To win the victory you could not win. To be the savior you could not save yourself. So stop trying, stop striving, stop performing, stop pretending. Rest in what I have already done. Rest in who I already am. Rest in what I have already promised. And stay. Stay in my love. Stay in my grace. Stay in my presence. Stay. I know you have questions. I know you have doubts. I know you have fears. Bring them to me, not to your phone, not to your friends, not to your own mind, to me. I can handle your questions. I am not threatened by your doubts. I am not surprised by your fears. I am God, and I have been answering questions and calming doubts and silencing fears for thousands of years. So ask me, why is this happening? Where are you? Why haven't you answered? Why do I still hurt? Why do I still fail? Ask me. I will not be offended. I will not turn away. I will not punish you for asking. I will answer. Maybe not in the way you expect. Maybe not in the timing you want. But I will answer, because I am a good father. And good fathers answer their children, not with silence, not with rejection, not with anger, but with wisdom, with love, with what is best. You may not understand my answers, you may not like my answers, but you can trust that my answers are for your good, because I am good, and everything I do is good, even when it hurts, even when it confuses, even when it seems wrong. I am good, and I am working all things for your good. All things, not some things, not most things, all things, the good, the bad, the ugly, the painful, the confusing, the devastating. All things, I am weaving them together into something beautiful, something redemptive, something that will make you say, "Worthy is the Lamb." But you have to stay long enough to see the weaving, stay long enough to watch the tapestry take shape, stay long enough to understand the pattern. Because from where you are standing right now, all you can see is the underside, the tangled threads, the knots, the loose ends. It looks like a mess. It feels like a mess. It is a mess. But from my perspective, from above, from eternity, I see the design. I see the finished work. I see the beauty that is emerging. And I am telling you, it is beautiful. It is worth it. It will take your breath away. But you have to stay. Stay through the tangles, stay through the mess, because on the other side of the mess is the masterpiece. On the other side of the suffering is the glory. On the other side of the cross is the resurrection. You cannot have Easter without Good Friday. You cannot have resurrection without death. You cannot have victory without battle. And you cannot have breakthrough without staying. Stay. Stay in the mess. Stay in the confusion. Stay in the pain. Stay in the waiting. Because I am doing something new, something glorious, something that will make your heart sing. But you have to stay. Do you remember Peter walking on the water? He stepped out of the boat. He walked toward me. He did the impossible. But then he took his eyes off me. He looked at the wind. He looked at the waves. He looked at the circumstances, and he began to sink. He did not sink because the wind was strong. He did not sink because the waves were high. He sank because he took his eyes off me. That is what you have been doing. You have been looking at the wind, the economy, the diagnosis, the broken relationship, the wayward child, the failed dream, the closed door. And you are sinking, not because the circumstances are too big, but because your eyes are in the wrong place. Look at me. Keep your eyes on me, not on the storm, not on the waves, not on the impossibility. On me, I am the one who calms storms. I am the one who walks on waves. I am the one who makes a way. Keep your eyes on me, and you will not sink. You may still feel the wind. You may still see the waves, but you will not sink, because I am holding you up. I am keeping you afloat. I am doing the impossible through you. But you have to keep your eyes on me, not on the problem, not on the pain, not on the people, on me. Worship me, praise me, thank me, even when you do not feel like it, even when you do not understand, even when you are afraid. Worship is not about feelings. Worship is about focus. When you worship, you shift your focus from the problem to the problem solver, from the pain to the healer, from the fear to the peace giver. And when you shift your focus, everything shifts. Not because the circumstances change, but because you change. And when you change, your perspective changes. And when your perspective changes, everything looks different. Not easier, not fixed, but different, manageable, bearable, survivable. Because you are no longer looking at the storm, you are looking at the one who controls the storm. And that changes everything. So worship, not with religious ritual, not with empty words, not with performance, but with your whole heart, even if that heart is broken, even if that heart is angry, even if that heart is doubting. Bring your whole heart to me and worship, because I am worthy. Not because of what I have done for you, but because of who I am. I am worthy of your worship. I am worthy of your praise. I am worthy of your trust. And when you worship, something breaks, something shifts, something changes. The enemy cannot stand in the presence of worship, because worship is the atmosphere of heaven. And when you create that atmosphere on earth, the enemy has to flee. Not because you are powerful, but because I am. And worship invites my presence, and in my presence there is fullness of joy. Not happiness, not comfort, not ease. Joy, deep joy, unshakable joy. Joy that is not dependent on circumstances. Joy that flows from knowing me. Joy that sustains you in the darkest night. That is what I want to give you. Not relief from your problems, but joy in the middle of your problems. Not escape from your pain, but peace in the middle of your pain. Not answers to your questions, but my presence in the middle of your questions. And that is enough. That is more than enough. That is everything. Because if I am with you, who can be against you? If I am for you, what can stand against you? If I am your Father, what do you have to fear? Nothing. No one. No thing. Because I am greater than anything you will ever face. I am stronger than any enemy you will ever encounter. I am wiser than any problem you will ever confront. I am love. And perfect love casts out fear. Not because fear is not real, but because love is more real. My love for you is more real than your fear. My power in you is greater than your weakness. My presence with you is stronger than your loneliness. So fear not, I am with you. Fear not, I am for you. Fear not, I am in you. Fear not. Stay. Do not let fear drive you away. Do not let fear silence your worship. Do not let fear steal your hope. Fear is a liar. Fear is a thief. Fear is an enemy. And it has been defeated at the cross, at the empty tomb. At the right hand of the Father, fear has no power over you. Unless you give it power, do not give it power. Do not feed it. Believe me. Believe me. Trust me. Stay with me. And watch fear flee. Because fear cannot stay where faith lives. And faith is choosing to believe me, even when you are afraid, even when you do not understand, even when you cannot see. Choose faith. Choose trust. Choose hope. Choose to stay. I know you are tired of choosing. I know you feel like you have chosen 1,000 times and nothing has changed. But every choice matters. Every choice is a seed, and seeds take time to grow. You have been planting seeds of faith, seeds of trust, seeds of hope, and you have not seen the harvest yet. But the harvest is coming. The harvest is sure. The harvest is certain, because I am the Lord of the harvest, and I do not let seeds die in the ground without producing fruit. The seeds you have planted in tears will be harvested with joy. The seeds you have planted in pain will produce a crop of praise. The seeds you have planted in weakness will yield a harvest of strength. But you have to stay. Stay in the field. Stay in the soil. Stay in the waiting. Because the harvest does not come overnight. It comes in its season. And the season is coming. The season is nearer than you think. The season is right around the corner. Do not give up before the harvest. Do not walk away from the field. Do not abandon the seeds. Stay. Stay one more day. Stay one more week. Stay one more month. Because the harvest is coming, and it will be greater than you can imagine. It will be more than you hoped. It will be more than you dreamed. It will be more than you asked for. Because I am a generous God. I am a God of abundance. I am a God of overflow. I do not do things halfway. I do not do things small. I do not do things mediocre. I do exceedingly, abundantly, above and beyond. So stay. Stay for the exceeding. Stay for the abundant. Stay for the above and beyond. Because it is coming. It is on the way. It is almost here. Do you feel it? That stirring in your spirit, that flicker of hope, that whisper of expectation. That is the harvest. That is the breakthrough. That is the answer. It is closer than you think. It is nearer than you feel. It is right at the door. Do not close the door before I walk through it. Do not lock the door before I knock. Do not leave the door before I enter. Stay. Stay at the door. Stay in expectation. Stay in hope. Stay in faith. Because I am coming with provision. I am coming with restoration. I am coming with breakthrough. I am coming, not as a thief in the night, but as a father coming home to his child, with gifts, with blessings, with love. So stay awake, stay alert, stay ready, because your redemption is drawing near. Your breakthrough is drawing near. Your miracle is drawing near. Stay. I know you have been waiting so long. I know you have been praying so long. I know you have been hoping so long. But do not stop now. Do not stop at the finish line. Do not quit in the fourth quarter. Do not give up before the victory. The victory is yours. The breakthrough is yours. The blessing is yours. But you have to reach out and take it. And you cannot take it if you are walking away. Stay, stand, reach, receive. It is yours. It has always been yours. From before the foundation of the world, I prepared it for you. I set it aside for you. I saved it for you. For such a time as this, for this moment, for this night. Do you know that? Do you know that I have been thinking about you since before time began? That I have been planning for you, that I have been preparing for you, that you are not an accident, that your life is not random, that your pain is not pointless, that your struggle is not meaningless. Everything has purpose. Everything has meaning. Everything is working together for your good, because I am working. I am the God who works. I never sleep. I never slumber. I never take a break. I am always working, always moving, always arranging, always fighting for you, even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel it, even when you do not believe it. I am working. So stay in the work, stay in the process, stay in the waiting, because the work is almost finished, the process is almost complete, the waiting is almost over. Stay. I know you are hurting. I know you are tired. I know you are scared. But stay. I know you feel alone. I know you feel abandoned. But stay. I know you have questions. I know you have doubts. I know you have fears. But stay. Because on the other side of your staying is everything you have been praying for, everything you have been hoping for, everything you have been waiting for. Stay. Do you remember Job? A man who lost everything, his children, his health, his wealth, his friends turned against him. His wife told him to curse me and die. He sat in ashes, scraping his sores with broken pottery. And he asked why. He questioned. He doubted. He complained. But he stayed. He did not curse me. He did not turn away from me. He stayed. And in the end, I restored everything. I gave him twice as much as he had before. I gave him a new family. I gave him new health. And I gave him a revelation of who I am that he never would have received without the suffering. He said, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." He saw me, not just heard about me, but saw me in the ashes, in the pain, in the loss. He saw me, and that was worth everything. That was worth the suffering. That was worth the waiting. That was worth the staying. Because to see me, to know me, to experience me, that is the greatest treasure. That is the ultimate reward. That is worth any price. And that is what I am offering you. Not just answers, not just provision, not just breakthrough, but me, myself, my presence, my love, my peace, my joy. I am offering you an encounter with the living God. An encounter that will change everything. An encounter that will sustain you for the rest of your life. But you have to stay. Stay in the ashes long enough to see me. Stay in the pain long enough to experience my light, because I am there. In the ashes, in the pain, in the darkness, I am there, waiting for you to see me. Waiting for you to know me. Waiting for you to love me. Not because I need your love, but because you need to love. You need to love something that will never leave you, never fail you, never disappoint you. And I am that something. I am that someone. I am that one. the only one who can satisfy the deepest longings of your soul, the only one who can fill the emptiness in your heart, the only one who can heal the wounds that no one else can see. And I am offering myself to you, right now. In this moment, through these words, I am offering you me, not religion, not rules, not rituals, not requirements, but a relationship with the Creator of the universe, the sustainer of all things, the lover of your soul. That is what I am offering, and all you have to do is stay. Stay in my presence, stay in my love, stay in my arms, because I am holding you. I have always been holding you, and I will never let you go, never, not ever, no matter what, no matter how far you run, no matter how many times you fail, no matter how much you doubt. I will never let you go, because you are mine, and I am yours, and nothing can change that. Nothing, not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not any powers, not height, not depth, not anything in all creation. Nothing can separate you from my love. Nothing. So stay in that love, stay in that truth, stay in that security, because you are safe with me. You are secure in me. You are loved by me, and that will never change. Never. So rest in that. Rest in me, not just for a night, not just for a season, but for eternity, because you are not just staying for a moment, you are staying forever, with me, in me, for me, and that is the greatest adventure, the greatest journey, the greatest love story ever told. And you are the main character, not because you are special, but because I have made you special. I have chosen you, I have called you, I have set you apart. For such a time as this, for this moment, for this night, for this purpose. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not a disappointment. You are my child, my beloved, my treasured possession. And I am well pleased with you, not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. So stay in that identity, stay in that truth, stay in that love, and watch what I do. Watch how I move, watch how I work, watch how I turn everything around, because I am about to do something new, something glorious, something that will make your heart sing. But you have to stay. My child, my beloved, my precious one, stay. I love you, I have always loved you, I will always love you. Stay and watch.